Can repentance make you live longer? Welcome to Sugya by Sugya, thoughtful Talmud for people who want to go deeper. We're learning from Yoma 86b, and we get this very short little teaching, which we're going to unpack together. It says as follows. Rabbi Shmuel bar Naḥmani said that Rabbi Yonatan said, "Great is repentance, which lengthens the years of a person's life. As it is stated, when the wicked man turns from his wickedness that he has committed or that they have committed and does which is lawful and right, they will preserve their life." This quote was used in our previous learning, which you can find linked below. And here we learn, I think, a valuable lesson. The verse itself says when someone has done something wrong, right, in this category they're being called wicked, that when we shift from choices that we shouldn't be making to choices we can and should be making, having done teshuvah, the power of teshuvah, of doing repentance, of repairing the harm that we've done, when we do that, the text itself says it will preserve their life. And here the rabbis interpret that to mean that they will live longer. I think there's a real truth to this in a really deep way, which is the kinds of emotions, the kinds of people who we are impact the way we walk through the world and makes our life live differently. Just to share a brief story, I used to live next door to a Holocaust survivor and who had every reason to be angry with the people who treated her badly. And when I knew her, she was in her early 90s, and she was happy and reflective and joyous, and she explored her life with that joy. And she didn't harbor any of the anger and resentment that I think she would be very entitled to. I think one of the reasons why she was happy and upbeat and spry for a woman in her early 90s was exactly this, which is not that she was wicked and became righteous, but that the kinds of ways we walk through the world, what we hold inside of us, actually matters. And if we hold anger and bad choices, if we hold within us negativity, it actually impacts our lived experience. Now, there's certainly a theological conversation here. Why do bad things happen to good people? All of that's fair and reasonable. And I think the rabbis are suggesting not a theological answer to all of that, but what it means to live a life that feels full is one where you're not trying to harm other people, but that you're trying your best to be the best person you can be. And that's a valuable and life-giving experience, maybe not in a literal sense, but certainly in a metaphorical sense. If you want to watch the next Sugya by Sugya, you can do that right there.